Hi everyone, all of you are preparing for your 12th history board exam. So in this video, we will be specially covering all the MCQs and elaborative questions which may come in your board exam. So please consider this as a revision session. We will be covering chapter wise. These are the questions from chapter 1 which may come in your exam. So the first question is, which is the first discovered Harappan site, and that is Harappa? Second, who is the father and first Director General of Archaeological Survey of India? That is Alexander Cunningham. Third one, which place is known as Mound of Dead? Mohenjo-daro. Fourth one, what type of script is Harappan script, which is pictographic script and it is written from right to left. And the fifth one, name the book written by S.N. Roy, and that is The Story of Indian Archaeology. Sixth question, who introduced Aryan attack theory? That is Mortimer Wheeler. Seventh, who was the Director General of ASI? And that is John Marshall. As for the eighth question, which is a map marking question, please pay your attention to these four places, these four sites, which may come in your exam for like marking on the map. So this is the piece of a map in which you can see the Harappan site. As I mentioned in the last slide, there are some Harappan site which may come in the exam to locate on the map, and please pay attention to this. These are some sites from where we found some important pieces of Harappan civilization. As for the granary, which is found from Mohenjo-daro, the Great Bath, which is also found from Mohenjo-daro. Dockyard is located at Lothal, and the cell objects are found from Balakot. Terracotta model of plough was found from Banwali or Kholistan. The evidence of plough field was found from Kalibangan. The fire altar is found in Kalibangan. As for the water reservoir, is found in Dholavira. The another important question which may come in your exam is like the sites and their current location, and that is Kalibangan, and which is presently located at Rajasthan. As for Mohenjo-daro, it is in current Pakistan. Dholavira is in current Gujarat. Chanhudaro is in current Pakistan. Banwali is in present Haryana, and Lothal is in present Gujarat. As for Shotugai, it's in present Afghanistan. So please pay attention. Finally, these are the elaborative questions which may come in your exam. So the first question is reason for the decline of Harappan civilization. In this question, you have to include the points like climatic change, deforestation, excessive floods, overuse of landscape, shifting or drying up of river, and invasion of Aryans. Second question is town planning of Harappan civilization, or the question may come as like describe Mohenjo-daro as a planned urban center. In this you have to cover the points of citadel and lower town, great bath, drainage system, domestic architecture. Basically you have to give description about all these points. Third question is characteristics of Harappan seal, and you have to include points like how it helped to facilitate the long distance communication, and it is written from right to left, and it is found around 375 to 400 in number, and it's still undeciphered like that. Fourth question is trade relation with the whole world. How Harappa maintained the trade relation with the whole world, and that you have to include points like maintained long distance trade and trade contact with Oman Peninsula, and the main source of trade was like seals, weights, dyes, and beads. The fifth question is how did Harappan sites were discovered, and in this question you have to mention the role and contributions of archaeologists like Alexander Cunningham, Dayaram Sahini, John Marshall, and Mortimer Wheeler. And these are the questions for chapter 1. So we'll be going to second chapter. For the second chapter, these are the MCQs which we will be covering. First one is who discovered Ashoka's inscription in 1838, and that is James Prinsep. Second one, which is the strong Mahajanapada, and that is Magadha. And third one, the administrative unit of Janapada, and that is Ganas and Sanghas. Fourth, study of coins is known as numismatic, and the fifth one, study of inscriptions, which is known as epigraphy. Sixth one, which is the first capital of Magadha, and that is Rajagraha. Seventh one, which is the second capital of Magadha, that is Pataliputra. Eighth one, who is the author of Arthashastra, and that is Kautilya, also known as Chanakya or Vishnugupta. And who is the author of Saptanga theory, and that is Kautilya. 10th question is the parts of Saptanga theory. These are the 7 parts of Saptanga theory, and that is Swami, Amartya, Janapada, Kosa, Thanda, Durga and Mitra. 11th question, who is known as the Constantine of India, and that is Ashoka. 12th question, Junagadh or Girnar inscription is belong to whom, and that is Rudradaman. 10th question is, who introduced first gold coins in India, and that are the Kushanas. 14th, who introduced coins with names and images on it, and that is Indo-Greeks. 15th one, who is known as Indian Napoleon and Kavi Raja, and that is Samudragupta. 16th one, who are the Muvendas? They were the Chera Chola Pandya kings. These are some books and their authors. First one is Indika, which is written by Megasthenes. Then Mudra Rakshasa, written by Vishagadatta. Third one, Panchatantra, which is written by Vishnu Sharma. And the last, Harsha Charita, which is written by Banabhatta. And these are some positions held in the administration. First one is Mantri Parikshit in the Mauryan dynasty. Second one, Sthanika, which is known as the head of districts. And Gramika is the village head. Some terms and their meanings. Gahapati is the landowners, Vellala is the landowner, Uravar is the plowman, Adimai is known as slaves. For the final part, these are the elaborative questions which may come in your exam. The first question is, what are the limitations of inscriptional evidences, which is an important question, and in this you have to include points like difficulty in deciphering, damage issues, incomplete sentences and different interpretation. Second, describe the salient features of Ashoka's Dhamma. In this you have to include major principles like respect to elders, religious tolerance, kindness to slaves and servants, generosity to brahmanas, and also the points like officers and administrative measures of Ashoka should be covered. Third question, discuss the features of Mauryan administration, and in this you have to include points like king, council of ministers, provincial administration, military administration, administration of capital. Fourth one is, what are the factors which led to the rise of Magadha? And this, please include points like increased use of iron, development of coinage, rise of new religions, emergence of state and cities. The last question is major sources to reconstruct the history of Mauryan Empire. In this you have to include all the inscriptional and textual sources that helps to reconstruct the history of Mauryan Empire. Chapter 3. These are the MCQs which we will be covering. First one, where is Mandsaur inscription located? And that is Madhya Pradesh. Second, who wrote critical edition of Mahabharata? That is V.S. Suktankar. Third one is, who is known as Eka Brahmana, and that is Gautami Putra Satakarni. These are some authors and their books. Vyasa written Mahabharata, Panini written Ashtadhyayi, Sanskrit grammar, and Bharata written Natya Shastra. These are some terms and their meaning. Kinship, which means blood relation. Kula means family. Gotra means group of family. Janati means group of relation. Vaniks means merchants. Please pay attention to these terms and their explanation. Okay. First one is endogamy, which means marriage inside the family. Then there is exogamy, which means marry someone outside the family unit. Then there is polygamy, in which men will be having many wives. And the other one is polyandry, in which women will be having many husbands. The another term is patrilineal, which is tracing back descent from father's side, and matrilineal is tracing back the descent from one's mother's side. As for the ending part, the elaborative questions. The first one is elements to be considered while analyzing Mahabharata. In this you have to cover points like the year in which the Mahabharata written, and the person who written Mahabharata, and the contents in Mahabharata like Kurukshetra Yuddha and all. Second one is explain different types of marriage that existed, and that is endogamy, exogamy, polygamy and polyandry. And there are another question also like different forms of marriage, which is a different question. You have to focus on the question while addressing it. Third one is explain Dharma Sutras and Dharma Shastras. Fourth one, the social difference within the framework of caste. And in this, you have to cover the four Varna system and the rate occupation as per the four Varna system, and the term lechas and all. Fifth one is write about the property rights that existed. So in this you have to focus on the points like Varna system and the access to the property, gendered access to the property. It's like only some women had the right to property, that is the wealthy women had the right to property. Generally only male had the access to property. So all these points should be covered while addressing this question. These are the MCQs for chapter 4. First question, where is Sanchi Stupa located? That's in Kanakera, Madhya Pradesh, Bhopal in 1818. Second question, name the place for debates, that is Kundakara Shala. Third question, who is the first Tirthangara? And that is Rishabhadeva. Fourth one, who is the 24th Tirthangara? And that is Vatamana Mahavira. Fifth question, what are the Triratnas of Jainism? And that is right faith, right knowledge, and right action. Sixth question, name any three Jainist centers, and that's in Ajanta, Ellora, Khajuraho. 7. The biographies of monks are known as hagiography. 8th question, where was Buddha born? That's in Lumbini, Kabilavastu, Nepal. 9th one, where did Buddha give his first sermon? Deer Park, Sarnath. These are the Buddhist council and its details. First Buddhist council was headed by Ajatashatru at Rajagraha. Second Buddhist council was headed by Kalashoka at Vaishali. Third Buddhist council was headed by Ashoka at Pataliputra. Fourth Buddhist council was at Kashmir, which was headed by Kanishka. And please follow up with this map questions. Focus on this 4 places which is important, and there may be a question to mark it on the map. First one, place the Buddha was born, and that is Lumbini. Place Buddha attained enlightenment, and that is Bodh Gaya. Place where Buddha gave his first sermon, and that is Sarnath. Place where Buddha attained Nirvana, and that is in Kushinagar. So please try to locate these centers on the map. For the final part of this chapter, the elaborative question. First question is explain the teaching of Buddha, and in that you have to include 4 noble truths. The word is transient, anicca, and the Ashtanga Margas of Buddha. Second question, problem faced by the European scholars while studying sculptures. First point should be included in this, how they are not familiar with the local traditions of India and the textual differences they found difficult to understand and the meaning of the sculptures. The third question is the development of Mahayana Buddhism. It's a very important question. You have to pay your attention to this question. Fourth one is the elaborate the formation and structures of the stupas. In this, you have to write the meaning of stupas, and then please focus on the stupa structure. And another one is like compare between Sanchi and Amaravati stupas. This is a very important question, so please don't skip this. Fifth one is the spread of Jainism. There may be questions that come on the basis of Jainism, so please pay attention to this question, like spread of Jainism. In this you have to include points like language and connection with ordinary people, role of Vatamana Mahavira, the 5 woes of Mahavira and all. And that's it for the chapter. We will be covering other chapter. Now it's chapter 5. These are the travelers and their places of origin. Let's go through this. Like Albarune is from Uzbekistan and Bernier is from France. Peter Mundy is from England. So go through this. Please pay attention to these MCQs, like who's written the book Kitab al-Hind, and Al-Biruni is the author of this book. Who written the book Rihla, and Ibn Battuta is the author of Rihla, and who is known as Globe Trotter, and that is Ibn Battuta. The final part, the elaborative question. The questions may come is a short note on Kitab al-Hind. In this you have to write the points like the book is written in Arabic. Subjects like philosophy, astronomy, social life are covered in this book. And please focus on the contents and chapters of this book, and especially focus like how Varna system is mentioned in this book. Second question is explain the emergence of urban center from the Bernier's account. So write about Bernier and then how is he mentioned the growth of urban center in his account. Third question is explain the evidences of slavery which is provided in Ibn Battuta in his account. So again please write about Ibn Battuta and then how slavery is portrayed in his account. Fourth one is practice of sati through Bernier's account. Like the other questions, please write about Bernier and how he portrayed sati in his account. Fifth question is explain the understanding of caste system through Al-Biruni's account. Like the all other questions, write about Al-Biruni and how did he pictured the caste system of India that existed in his book. Chapter 6. The MCQs will be like, first one, who are the Nayanas and Alvas? Nayanas are the worshippers of Shiva. As for the Alvas, they were the worshippers of Vishnu. Second question, who is Mirabai of South India? And that is Andal. Third question, who compiled Nalayira Divya Prabandham? And that is Nadamurti. Fourth one, who are the leaders of Vaishnavism in Kerala? That is Kulashegara Alvar and Rajashegara Alvar. Fifth one, book written by Appar, Sambadar and Sundarar. And that is Tevaram. Sixth question, who is the person related to Veerashaiva movement? And that is Basavanna. The word of Linkayats is known as Vachanas. Eighth question, Shiva devotees of Karnataka are called as Veerashaivas. Ninth question, religious head of Muslims are called Khalifa. 10th questions, the ashrams of Sufi is known as Khankas. 11th question, who wrote the book Padmavati? And the answer is Malik Muhammad Jayasi. 12th one, who wrote Adi Granth Sahib? And the answer Guru Arjan Dev. 13th one, who is popularly known as Gharib Nawaz? That is Khwaja Moinuddin. 14th one, who is the poet written in Sant Pasha? And the answer is Kabir Das. There are some terms and its meaning. Ulama means scholars. Shariat means Islamic laws. Simmis are the protected people, basically non-Muslims. Jizya is the tax paid by non-Muslim. Namaz is prayer. Zakat is alms. Sawn is fasting. Hajj is pilgrimage to Mecca and Jinan is known as devotional songs. And now the end part, that is the elaborative question. Question number 1 is explain Khangas and Silsilas. Second one, about the Veerashaiva tradition. You have to study about Veerashaiva tradition. Third one is write a short note on Alvar and Nayanar sites. So study properly. There will be a short note on Alvar and Nayanar sites. Fourth one is short note on personalities like Kabir Das, Mirabai and Guru Nag. So study properly. Fifth one is the characteristics of Sufism, which starts from the origin and the different sects formation in the Sufism and all. Now it's chapter 7. First question, who is the founder of Vijayanagara Empire? And the answer is Harihara and Bukkaraya. Second one, who is the guru of Harihara and Bukkaraya? And the answer, Vidyaranya. Third one, who is the first surveyor general of India? Answer, Colin Mackenzie. Fourth one, name the foreign travelers travelled to Vijayanagara Empire. And the answers are Niccolo di Conti, Domingo Paez, Abdul Razak. Fifth one, which is the battle led to the decline of Vijayanagara Empire? Answer, Battle of Talikota. Sixth one, who is the last ruler of Vijayanagara Empire? Sadashiva Raya. Seventh one, in which year Hampi was declared as the place of natural importance? 1976. Eighth one, military chief of Vijayanagara are called as Amaranayakas. Ninth one, the most beautiful building of the royal center is known as Lotus Mahal. 10th one, title Vijayanagara rulers to indicate close with God. Hindu Suratrana. It's a final part, the elaborative question. First one, explain the establishment of Vijayanagara state. In this, write about the factors which led to the rise of Vijayanagara Empire and also the role of Harihara and Bukka. Second one, write a short note on discovery of Hampi. Please mention about the role of Colonel Colin Mackenzie. Third one, description about Vijayanagara Empire under the rule of Krishnadevaraya. In this, you have to mention about the dynasty shift from Sangama, Saluva and Tuluva dynasty. Krishnadevaraya is from Tuluva dynasty. Then mention about the expansion and consolidation of the empire under Krishnadevaraya. Then mention Raichur Dob, Nagalapuram township. Fourth one is the Battle of Talikota, which led to the decline of Vijayanagara Empire. Fifth one is the Nayaka system of the Vijayanagara Empire. Mention about the military chiefs and Amaranayaka system. Sixth one, there will be a short note on Mahanami Dibba, probably. Seventh question is the features of Vijayanagara temples. And in this you have to mention the structure of Vijayanagara temples, like mention about mandala, hall and all, and also try to keep both examples of Virupaksha temple and Vittala Swami temple. Write about the features of them. This is the end of our first video. There will be another video in which we will be covering the other last chapters. So please go and check there. Thank you.